In a corner of time that twists in on itself, where it is said that the winds whispered secrets and the stars wrote messages on the sky, lived the soothsayer Marcel, an eccentric man who was said to speak with the night and befriend time. Marcel was famous for his amazing predictions, which never failed, until one day he looked up at the sky, then at the hand of Minister Albert, and said, "The moon will be full when your shadow swallows you." Everyone laughed. Just 3 nights later, the minister was found dead, his eyes bulging, as if his shadow had truly strangled him. This prophecy reached the king, and Louis VII was not one to let anyone know more than he did. The king was furious. "Who would dare predict the death of my men? Who speaks better to the unseen than my lord the soothsayer? Bring him to me." So, on a night filled with fear and curiosity, Marcel was led to the king's castle. The soothsayer sat in Louis's presence, turning his sword between his fingers as if testing its weight on a neck. The king said to him, with a venomous smile, "Since you know when people die, tell me, Lord of Shadows, when will you die?" Here, time fell silent. A moment that felt like a year passed. Marcel looked at the king, then at the sword, then at the closed windows, then whispered, as if revealing an unspoken secret, "I shall die exactly 3 days before your majesty." In an instant, everything changed. Louis was confused, his brow furrowed, and his breathing became shallow. Before him was no longer just a soothsayer, but a deferred insurance policy. If the fortune-teller was killed, would he die 3 days later? From that night on, Marcel became a regular guest at the palace. Food was only served after 3 maids tested it. His bed was turned over every evening, and 4 guards surrounded him. Even the king began visiting him every week to ask him, not about death, but about his condition. Months passed, and whenever the king sneezed, he ordered doctors to examine Marcel. If Marcel was in pain, the king would stay up all night. But the strangest thing, Marcel never prophesied again. Whenever the king asked him about tomorrow, he would smile and say, "I'm just waiting for the 3 days, my lord." In the end, it was said that the king lived a long life, not out of fear of death, but out of fear of losing the one man who made him believe that his life, perhaps, was not in his hands.